Hey everyone, it's Justin from Sheep, and today I wanted to do a quick playthrough video of Sheep, and I wanted to keep the video as short as possible, so let's get right into it. So first of all, you set up your game like the instructions in the rulebook, right? Everyone gets 7 cards, Sheep card to the side, remaining cards on Sheep card, your drawing deck. Now, we start off with a battle, and let's say I'm the first player, I get to start first. I would attack the player next to me with any card that I want, in this case the 7 of the kitchen sheep card, the grill master. Now the defending player has to defend against this card by using the same category sheep, which would be a kitchen sheep, with a higher number. So he actually has an 8 and a 9, right? So let's use the 9 for example, puts it on top like that, the first attack defended successfully. Now it would be kind of boring if the battle would be already over, so don't worry, it's not. I can add more attacks to this battle right now, so can the player next to the defending player, right? Remember, only 2 players next to the defending player can add attacks. So if we were 4 players here right now, the person sitting there, I could attack over here. This person cannot. The person would be sitting over here. Now, to add more attacks, I would have to match the numbers of cards that are already in play, in this case 7 and 9. I know in my hand I don't have any 7s and 9s right now, but actually this player would have 7s. He has actually 2 7s. He can add them both. He can only add 1 if he wants, or he can add both, up to him. Now 2 more attacks came in. Defending player has to defend against this, same drill. Use the drill sergeant, right? He has an army 7, so he uses the army 9 to defend against that one. Now he has a business 7, right? He only has a business 3 card, which is too low, but he does have a wolf card, right? Even though it's a 2 of wolf, he can use it because wolf cards are wild cards that can basically beat any sheep card. And they don't even have to have a higher number to do so. Now, if I do attack with a wolf card though, then the defending player has to defend against a wolf card with a higher wolf card, right? You can't use a lower wolf card. And you still have to match the category at that point, right? Like for the wolf, you have to use a wolf. So, in this case, let's say he defends with a 2 of wolf, right? He defended the battle successfully. Actually, I could add more attacks to it. I could, since there's a 2 in play now, I can actually add more 2s. I actually do have 2s. I could add more, but let's say for in this scenario, he defended successfully. I choose not to attack anymore. In this case, these cards would go into the discard pile. They go away. I used 1 card. I have to draw back to 7. I'm the first attacker. I get to draw first, so I draw 1. Right? Then it would be the next attacker, which would be the person who would be sitting over there. He actually used 2 cards, has 5 right now, so he would draw 2, back to 7. And the defending player used 3 cards to defend, draw back to 7, 3 cards, right? So that would be it. This goes away. Now this defending player becomes a new attacker and attacks the next turn player. And it goes on and on like this, right? Until the drawing deck is gone, and I would keep going until there's 1 player left with cards in hand, and that player is the loser. Now, in case that he couldn't defend against this attack, let's say I put those extra 2s or whatever happens, right? And he cannot defend successfully, then he would actually have to pick up all these cards here, right? Picks them all up. I would draw back to 7 again. Next turn, next attacker would draw, and then usually defender would draw. But since he picked up a lot of cards, he probably would have more than 7 cards in hand, so he doesn't draw. He also forfeits his right to attack next, which means the player over here would now start to attack the player to his right. And that's basically it, right? So. 2 additional rules that I want to mention real quick is 1, the maximum number of attacks is 7 if or the number of cards that are in the hand of the defending player at the start of the battle. Which means if he has 4 cards in hand at the start of the battle, only 4 cards, only 4 attacks are allowed as maximum. If he has 20 cards in hand, for example, 7 would be the maximum attack amount of attacks. And the other rule would be actually shifting battles, which is a very fun mechanic in this game as well, and can be done before the defending player starts to defending. So let's say I start to attack with a 2, for example. I'm using the 2 because I know he has it, like this hand has a 2 in there right now. So yeah, so they would use the 2 here, right? They would place it down next to this this card and shift the battle to the next player. Now if he had a 2, he could pass it to the next player as well. If not, then he has to start defending. In this case also I cannot attack anymore because the battle shifted to the next player. I'm not sitting next to him. I cannot attack anymore, right? Again, this has to be done before a player started defending for the whole battle, right? So even if he starts defending now at with 11, and then afterwards he's like, you know what? I actually want to shift it. I didn't see my 2. Doesn't work. Has to be at the start of the battle. Clear on how O-Sheet is played. To everyone who's been test playing or has been, you know, also supporting us and giving us feedback on everything, thank you so much. You know, you guys are the best, and yeah, have a great day. I'll see you guys next time.